Victoria Square is a plaza in the centre of Adelaide, and this video is about a piece of apparently lost folklore in the form of a joke. There used to be 6 statues of mostly worthy folks to be gazed upon in admiration. They were put in place between 1892 and 1916, with one being removed in 1930 and a second in 1938, which means that this joke must have originated and been current in the period between 1916 and 1930, having been suggested by the posers struck by the figures, and then slowly fading from memory as the situation which provoked it no longer existed. Another of the statues was relocated within the square in 2006. It seems likely the joke is forgotten today, but it may exist in some dusty folklore journal somewhere. I heard it told in the 1990s by an older man reminiscing of the old days. I'm not sure I have it exactly, but it's a close approximation. But first, some introductions. This is Captain Charles Sturt. He was an explorer and spent a lot of time rowing down rivers in search of an inland sea that had dried up thousands of years earlier. This is John McDowell Stewart. He was also an explorer who led a transcontinental expedition from south to north through the middle of Australia and back again, his party managing to not die in doing so. No mean feat. This is Victoria. She was a queen. She had lots of things named after her, like squares, states, waterfalls, and little brats. This is Charles Kingston, a politician. He was a hero to Liberals and the working class for his progressive reforms in the 1890s, such as granting women the right to vote and to stand for election. He also got arrested for attempting to duel with a political rival, and his wife became a ghost. This is William Light, son of the founder of the city of Penang in Malaysia. He spent a couple of years in the Navy, then a lot more years fighting the French in Spain, before assisting in establishing the Navy of modern Egypt. He arrived in South Australia in 1836 to survey the city of Adelaide, thus also founding a city like his dad, including planning Victoria Square. Then he died 3 years later, in debt. And finally, this is Hercules, a naked mythical type who was evicted from Victoria Square in 1930 for being too naked, taking up residence in Pennington Gardens, where such things aren't frowned upon so much. And now, the joke. Light, pointing, said, "Who did that?" Sturt, shielding his eyes, asked, "What? Where?" Kingston says, "Right here." Stewart chips in, "Maybe Victoria did it." Victoria replies, "We are not amused. It was Hercules." Hercules, head downcast, admits, "Guilty as charged." Well, there you have it. Not very witty, but this is folklore, and nothing says folklore has to be funny.